Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Modified Mondays, the show where we give you an inside look at an iRacing SK Modified season. So week 6 of the iRacing SK Modified season brings us to Pensacola, Florida for a half-mile oval with a lot of speed. Tuning this week was pretty easy. I took the Myrtle Beach setup that we used last week, changed the gear ratio to 4.35 and lowered it just a little bit, and that was all I needed. Probably about 2/10 off of the fastest cars on the track. I ended up backing off to just doing the gear ratio. That way I had a nice consistent car. And took that to the track this week. If you want to check out the practice session, be sure to jump over to my Facebook page. I'll leave a link below in the description. But we're going to be doing Tuning Tuesdays every Tuesday live over on Facebook at 7:30 Eastern. We'll be tuning the car for that week's race, and we'll be doing a little bit of shoutcasting of some public lobbies, just having a little bit of fun. Maybe we'll do some racing with people if there's enough interest. So jump on over there and hit me up in the comments. This week's race almost didn't happen. Had a good job tuning all week, went out with the fam on Friday, and then over the weekend I came down with some sort of stomach bug. I don't know if it was food poisoning from the food I ate on Friday or if it was just some sort of virus, but yeah, it basically took me out of commission all weekend, and I was able to get in one race right before the racetracks changed over in iRacing. Let's go take a look at how things turned out. All right, guys, here is your qualifying standings for week 6. We have Eric Demore in first place. He ran a 15.899 as his fastest lap time to take the pole. I am in second place, followed by Griffin Taylor, Clayton Fry, Wesley Huntress, Arthur Lynch, Darren Bruce, and Rob Connors. Alrighty, here we are coming around for the start of the race. Pace car coming down. A better start than we normally do. Didn't lose any spots off the start, that's for sure. We have Clayton Fry behind us. Clayton got into us a little bit during Thompson. We had a couple bumps and scraps. So hoping not to have that happen this week. Got a little close there out of turn 4. We're just hoping to keep it clean. Darren Bruce trying to push it. Gets around the number 5 of Wesley Huntress. Ooh, and the number 8 of Griffin Taylor gets into the wall a little bit. He's got a little bit of a loose car. Wesley Huntress trying to hunt down Darren Bruce. Slowly gaining on him. Can he get around him? I'm going to try and push it up the inside out of 4. Not enough power coming out of it. Got to really let off the throttle to get a low line like that, and then it just doesn't give you enough power to get out of the turn. The Griffin Taylor thinking about a pass here. Over a high line down low. Can he use that speed from the high line? No, not going to work. Griffin Taylor getting ever so close. Couple good battles here. Here we have your leader, Eric Demore. Substantial lead. Driving that pink number 1. Running some really clean lines. Not a whole lot of throttle manipulation. Really need to build up a rhythm here. And that rhythm needs a lot of consistent throttle. If you're off the throttle, on the throttle, you're just not driving this track right. You need almost full throttle the whole way. Cutting back maybe to 3/4 throttle, maybe half, if you start to get a little loose. Having a lot of camber in that front right tire too. I've also put up a good bit of distance between me and Clayton Fry at this point. My car was starting to get a little loose here. I knew I probably didn't have what it took to get first place. Eric just had such a good commanding lead. But I just needed to keep it consistent, put in some good lap times, don't do anything fancy, and hold on to that second place. And you can see the difference in camber between my car and Eric's. Eric running a ton of camber to keep that thing turning. See, almost no cars anywhere in sight. Pretty lonely track. Go back to the battle with Darren Bruce. You got the 3 cars here really battling it out. 2, 5, and 6. Griffin Taylor has really slipped near the back of the pack. I don't know if that accident while gridding caused him any issues. But Eric Demore is just about to lap him. Let's take a ride on board. A little sketchy. Hopefully he gives him a nice inside line. No! Little rudeness. Then he gives him the pass. I don't know if he just wasn't checking his mirrors or whatnot. But does let him get by. Battle between 3rd, 4th, and 5th is pretty good though. Everybody staying consistent. Wesley Hunter's for whatever popping in and out. I don't know if that's an issue on my end or if that's something that these guys were seeing, but definitely was losing track of where he was on the track. Yeah, overall the car felt really good this week. It was nice and drivable. A little loose depending upon the line. You can see I'm bottoming out just a little bit there. Probably needs to raise it just a little bit. Eric, your winner. And we ended up coming in, put in a 2nd place finish. Not bad for a weekend where we've been really sick. That was actually a really good finish to a really bad weekend. We ended up walking away with 2nd place. No way we were hunting down Eric. He had a really fast car this week, and we had a pretty good gap to Darren Bruce behind us. He was battling number 5 all race, but was able to hold on for a 3rd place finish, so hats off to both those guys. But yeah, I'm really excited about getting another 2nd place finish. Hopefully we can pull out a 1st place finish in the last half of the season. But let's take a look at how the championship is getting out. Looking at a recap of the SK Modified Weekly Series for Division 6, Joshua Hawks is in 1st place, followed by Robert Tibbs. Michael Herrera is in 3rd. I am in 4th. Ronald Narcombe 5th. Randall Clark 6th. Christopher Rossiter 7th. Ashton Anderson 8th. Lee Embrick 9th. And coming in 10th place, Joshua Carden. Next week, we're heading down to Southern Virginia to race 50 laps around South Boston Speedway. Growing up in New England, when I was little, I used to think that South Boston Speedway was in South Boston. It's not. So before I leave you for this week, I want to know who your favorite driver is. Can be any series. Let me know the series. Let me know the driver. I'm really interested to see what kind of racing you guys are into. and who your favorite driver is. So let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next week in South Boston. Peace.